Anyone that knows me well knows that I am a mood reader. I might start reading a book and decide I'm not in the vibe for this, but I'm trying to be different in 2026. So I have created a list of my most anticipated books to read in 2026. Some of these are 2026 releases, and some of these are just books that I have been wanting to get off my bookshelf, get off my Kindle, get off of my Audible, get off of Libby, and finally read. So this is the time I'm going to show and highlight for you all of the amazing books that I'm going to be reading for 2026. The full list will be below, but I'll be highlighting some of the ones that are most anticipated for me. So let's get into it. Hi, I'm Krishana. Mystery, thriller, and romance books are my jam. I have been recommending books since I won my library summer reading program in the late 90s. And so I'm trying to make sure that you have the best reading experience. So let's just get into it. Kin by Tayari Jones is out this month, and I'm so excited to read this book. I have an advanced reader copy, and I'm trying to finish and get my review out before her publication date. I was able to read one of her books, An American Marriage, last year, and it was amazing. It was the first book I had ever read by her. And let me just tell you, if you have not read a Tayari Jones book, you're missing out. Like, I've never quite experienced a book like that before, and I know Ken is going to be just as good. It is following family dynamics and supposed to really explore the intimacy of that and also where it's fractured. So I'm looking forward to this read. I will be getting to it very, very shortly. Next up, I have Devil in a Blue Dress by Walter Mosley. My mom had the movie for this with Denzel Washington in it. She had the VHS when I was a kid growing up, and I kept saying that I wanted to actually read the book and then watch the film and do them in tandem. I have read a couple of Walter Mosley's books. I enjoyed them, but I really wanted to take a gander at this classic. So this year I'm going to be doing a read and then watch and then providing a little bit of commentary. So definitely check out that video when it's up. Next is Rosewater by Tate Thompson. I started this book. I rented it from my library maybe a year and a half ago, and I got through a lot of it, and then I switched over to audio and started listening to it there, and I put it down. Not because I wasn't enjoying it. I probably got to the maybe 35-40% mark. It's really good, but it is high fantasy. So we're in this future world. There's this big orb that is covering the city. Once a year, the orb opens up and it heals people, anyone who is near this orb. People who have ailments, people who are sick, they all get healed, but also people who have recently passed away also come back to life and become like zombies. It's very strange. And so our main character has a special power where he is able to sense into people's thoughts. He is working at a bank to try to provide security to that bank. And so I think we're really trying to figure out what's next for him. I haven't gotten that far into the book, but I am really anticipating finishing it. It is a trilogy, and so I at least got to finish the first one this year. So that's the goal. Next, we have We Refuse by Kelly Carter Jackson. This is another book that I got as an advanced reader copy. I started reading it when I got it, just haven't finished it. My book club chose this for our February book, so I have no excuses but to finish it. This is nonfiction. This is about the ways that Black people resisted, specifically when it comes to their Second Amendment in America. The reason that I didn't finish it when I first started is because I feel like the book was a bit of a trick bag, at least the part that I read so far for the introduction. By that, I mean, based on the cover, based on my understanding of it being about the Second Amendment, a lot of what it showed was ways that Black people resisted in nonviolent ways, and that's fine and good. I'm not here to debate violent and versus nonviolent tactics for people seeking their liberation, but it just felt like it wasn't what the book was about. Now, one of the girls in my book club has finished the book already, and she says it's amazing. So I believe her, and I'm going to finish it, and I will let y'all know how it is. Next up, we have this book, Salt Eaters by Toni K. Bambara. So I have been wanting to read this book for maybe about a year or so. I picked it up. I started reading it, and I could tell that it was a book. It's high literary fiction. It's a book that I was going to have to really sit down with. Toni Morrison actually was the editor for Toni K. Bambara's book. And so as I've started to understand a little bit more about this book, I have come to realize that it is a very cyclical written book. And so things at the beginning tie up to things in the end. It's very lyrical. There's a lot of similes and metaphors. And so I feel like this is a book that I need to slow read, really take some time to outline, notate, and really get into it. But there is hoodoo elements here. Just for a background, it's set in this town, Claiborne, which is set somewhere in the South. There's a community of Black people who are searching for healing properties of salt, and they witness some event that changed their lives. And so we're going to figure out what that event is. Next up, I have one of my favorite writers, Tati Richardson. You know you're my girl. I have all of your books. I will continue to support you. So Tati has both books that she writes traditionally published as well as indie published. This is one of her traditionally published books. This is her second traditionally published book. No, third. It's her third traditionally published book. It's called Stuck Speechless. It is a romance. That's Tati's bag. So I got a advanced reader copy. I will make sure that I have that review out before the book is published. But you should check out all of her novels. Her traditionally published books are more traditional romance. Her indie published books are more like in the wide shoes, very spicy segment. So, take that if you will. If that's your vibe, check it out. But she was the first author that I had ever read who wrote wide shoes, and I think that she does it extremely tastefully. And so if you're not sure if you're interested in wide shoes, I would say start with Tati. That is my girl. Her stuff is so good. Next up in anticipated reads, we have The Score by Kennedy Ryan. The Score is a sequel of a book, The Real, which Kennedy wrote a few years ago and published. I listened to it on audio. I thought it was amazing on audio. It is about a woman who is becoming an actress, and she gets the opportunity to act in this play. And the guy that she's dating is also like the producer for the play, but she has a lot of trauma from things that have happened in her childhood that she's battling and struggling with, and she's also dealing with health issues as well. And so this is just coloring her experience and how she's showing up. It is an amazing book. I 100% recommend it on audio. In my opinion, it's one of Kennedy Ryan's best books, hands down. And so I know that the sequel is going to give more of the same. If you're wondering where for Kennedy Ryan's books to like start out, this is what I recommend of her series. This is the one that I like the most. Next up I have, and I'm going to read it because I'm new to this title, but it's called In the Wake on Blackness and Being by Christina Sharp. So I am reading from the Black Feminist Book Club list, and this title was there. I had never heard of this book before, but it looked so intriguing. It's really about the ways that the transatlantic slave trade has changed Black life and how we show up and how we operate. And so I'm really excited to check out this title. My last two books I'm really excited about. The first one is called Birth of a Dynasty. This one is by Chinaza Bado. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Okay, so let me tell you about this book and this author. So there is a Regency romance author, J.J. McAvoy, of which I love her books. She has historical Regency romance, and she has more of a modern royalty romance, both of which I love. Have ate them up, consumed them. The series is amazing. You got Black female characters who are royalty. Can't get better than that. So I was on social media saying like, oh my goodness, since Bridgerton is out, a lot of people are talking about her books. And I was like, I cannot wait till she puts out another book. I haven't seen her drop anything this year, which is off for her because she kind of puts out something like every year and a half or so. And somebody was like, oh, she put out a book. It's just under a different name. She used a different pen name. Who knew? Number one, sis, her dad is in politics, number one. Number two, she wrote this like high fantasy book about like political intrigue and strife, and I'm going to eat this up and consume this. I didn't even know that, number one, that J.J. McAvoy was not Sis's real name. Like, I know that pen names, but I thought like, it was just an acronym, like J.J. was her initials or something. Number two, I did not know that she had published another book. I wish that she would have sent an email out to her newsletter list, letting them know that she was writing a book underneath her other pen name. And I get people want to separate their different types of works, but like, baby girl, we support you. So we support you no matter what you're writing. So I'm super excited to check this book out. I heard it's so good. So I'm probably going to move this one up on my list a little bit. And then the last book I have is by Dorothy West. It's called The Wedding. So one of my girlfriends sent me a box of books from DC. One of her friends is moving to Costa Rica. She has all these books that she was getting rid of. And so my homegirl knows that I love books. This is one of the books that was included. And I almost didn't keep it because I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know the author. And when I read the back of it, it was giving the vibe of Oak Bluffs, of the Black bourgeoisie, of like really understanding this East Coast elite, like Blue Vein society, and that intrigues me. So I decided to keep the book, and my homegirl was like, oh, there's a movie about this. Come to find out, I did a little bit more research, and Halle Berry starred in this movie. Had no idea. Also, apparently, Moesha, there's a clip where Moesha says that Dorothy West is one of her favorite authors. Your girl didn't know. Long story short, I'm going to be reading this. This is Black Literary Classics. So we're going to check this one out, and we're also going to watch the film after we read it. So these are the books that I'm excited about this year. We have nonfiction, we have fantasy, sci-fi, we have romance, we have high literary fiction. We have just a good list of books, some of which I didn't mention, so they'll be down in the description. Are you excited for any of these? Have you read them? Are they on your list? Are you going to be buddy reading them with me? Let me know. And holla at your girl. Don't forget to subscribe.